Hi, Gloria.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Welcome back.
Thank you.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Well, I just want to remind you about a few things before we start.
Okay.
I just want to touch on confidentiality. So anything you say in this session is completely confidential,
Okay.
unless you're planning on, harming yourself or harming
Okay.
someone else. Then I would have to report that.
All right.
Do you understand that?
Yes.
So what brings you in today?
Well, I just wanted to give you an update
Yeah.
about since our last session. I just wanted to give you an update about what happened with my stepmom and everything school and work and all of that. So
Yeah.
just wanted to let you know what happened.
Okay.
And because I remember the last time we met, you told me to brainstorm
Yeah.
some stuff that I wanted to I was gonna do in the week. And remember we talked about what are some things that I wanted to do to work on with the relationship with me and my stepmom.
Mhm.
And I don't know if you remember this. The last time me and you met, I said the only thing I could think about was going to the therapy session, and that's one thing I thought about. But some stuff that I brainstormed over the past week was that I thought about maybe us taking a trip.
Yeah.
But that's something I thought about. But I feel
Oh.
mm, that's the only thing I came up with. But I feel maybe it's not gonna be worth it.
Yeah. Is that something you want to do?
I want to do it because, as I said, I really want to fix this. But at the same time, I feel it's gonna be a waste of my money because basically it's gonna come out from my pocket, and it's gonna be a waste of energy and my time. Because I
Yeah.
feel even if she decides to go on this trip, I feel she's gonna find something to be mad about me. So then then it's we're gonna fight again, and it's I feel I don't want to put myself in that situation again. So yeah, so it's I'm thinking about it. It's I'm kind of leaning towards to it, but then at the same time I feel maybe it's not worth it for me to do it. So yeah, that's the only thing I thought about. So
Okay.
yeah.
Well, just to recap from last week, I know we spoke about this in our last couple of sessions that you were having this issue with your stepmom.
Yeah.
And things kind of changed out of nowhere once your dad moved out and
Yeah.
they broke up, correct?
Mhm.
So, what happened that changed? What made her change, do you think?
That's see, to me I still don't know what happened because I thought maybe my dad did something wrong to her. That's why maybe because remember I told you when we first all moved over here, it was a lovely family. We didn't have no quarrel. Everyone was just getting along with each other so perfectly fine. Then a year after, hell broke loose because then it's she kicked my dad out from the house. And it's I'm well, what happened? And it's at that time when that happened, I was young. I was 15, so
Yeah.
it's I couldn't really go in depth to be oh, why did you kick my dad out? Because I was scared that because she used to say this to us that, oh, if you keep if I tell you to do something and you don't do it, if you don't follow my rules, I'm gonna send you back to Ghana. So it's I used to be so scared that every
okay.
time. So it's when she said no, when she said something no, or when she asked me to do something, I was so I wanted to do it so bad because I'm I don't want to go back to Ghana because I knew the living conditions in Ghana, and it's everyone knew that I was coming to abroad, and it's I don't want to be I came to abroad and it's a year later I went back to Ghana. That is embarrassing. People are gonna laugh at me, and it's I didn't want that to happen to me and my siblings. That we're gonna be sent back home to Ghana. So it's I used to obey everything that she used to say to us. If she said, so I remember she used to be oh, don't call your dad. Or even if your dad, after she kicked my dad out, she's oh, when your dad calls you, don't pick up the phone. And I remember my birthdays and all of that, my dad would call us or even call to check up on us, and I couldn't even pick up the phone because I didn't want to disobey her. Because I knew and that time she was paying the phone bill too, so I knew she had a record of the incoming phone calls.
Yeah.
So it's I knew that if I picked up a phone call from my dad, she would see that I disobeyed her, and she was gonna send me back to Ghana. So just that thought of it, I'm oh my gosh, I don't want to go back to Ghana because all my friends know that I'm doing so well in abroad,
Yeah.
and it's I'm gonna go back home, and it's they're all gonna laugh at me. So it's I used to just listen to everything that she said to me.
Yeah.
She said to me when I was growing up. So it's I used to. That's what I'm saying. Just the scary thought about me asking too many questions. I was you know what? Let me stay out of it. It's not my business. It's not my problem. So I never really asked her what my dad really did for her to kick my dad out and for them to get divorced. And I said I asked my dad. My dad said he didn't do nothing to her. No, he never cheated on her. So it's I don't know what her problem is. What really happened for that to happen. Like, for them to, like, break up and all of that. So it's like,
So you feel confused because
I
you
am.
were younger
Mhm.
and didn't really understand what was happening.
I
at the
didn't
time.
understand. And as I said, like, I was scared to ask her what happened because I thought like that was not my place, and I felt like me asking her that question was gonna land me back to Ghana. So it was
Mhm.
like, I'll just shut up and just move on with my life. So that's what I did.
You were
Like,
scared.
I was very. I really was. Yep.
So why, when they divorced,
Mhm.
why did you stay with your stepmother and not go and live with your father?
So when they divorced, right, as I said, like me and my dad and my siblings, we all came here at the same time. My
Yeah.
stepmom has been in this country for so long. She's been here for like over 25 years.
Okay.
So when we came here, she was here for like 15 years. So it's like she had money, like
Mhm.
compared to where my dad, we all coming from Ghana. So my dad had nothing. He left everything that he had back in Ghana. Like back in Ghana, my dad owned like a hotel. So my dad was rich in Ghana, but when you compare like Ghana money to currency to here, it's nothing. So he couldn't really, even though yes he's rich in Ghana, he wasn't rich over here. Whereas my stepmom, she was super rich over here. So it's like when they divorced, my dad was the one that was like, yo, you guys should stay with her because I can't fully support myself. So how can I even support you guys?
Yeah.
So my dad was like, you guys just stay with her for a bit, and then once I get financially stable, I'll, you guys could then move in with with me. So it's like it was an agreement that my dad was like, you know what, I would love to take you guys with me, but I don't think I could take care of you guys if you guys decide to follow me after they broke up and all of that. So it was my dad's agreement that we made that he was like, just stay with her for a couple of years, and then once I become financially stable, I'll bring you guys with me. So
And
it
what
never happened. So it's like I said, like my dad. So he got a job, but it was like those like minimum wage jobs. So it's like he used to work like the $7 an hour job. So it's like that couldn't even pay his rent. So it's like he has to get roommates. Like he has to get like 5 different roommates that they share an apartment together so that he could pay the rent. So it's like when he has that so many people in the house, I don't feel comfortable living there.
Mhm.
Because I'm like there's 5 different guys living in that place.
Yeah.
I'm a girl. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
Me and my sister were girls. So it's like, and now you never know. Someone could rape you. You get what I'm trying to say? So it's like I'm like I don't feel comfortable. So even after my dad was doing a little bit better for himself, and he asked us to move in with him, I was like, nah, I don't feel comfortable because you have all these roommates. And my dad couldn't kick them out because he couldn't still pay the rent by himself. Like he still didn't help, and I feel like me and my sister and my other siblings we couldn't help because we're all in school. We didn't have a job, so it's like it would have been a burden to him if we would have moved in with him. So yeah.
So you feel like you would have been a burden to your
Mhm.
dad had
Yeah.
you taken him up on that offer?
Yes. So that's why I decided to stay with her till till I'm done with school, and then because I feel like being done with school, then I can actually move out and be by myself because I'm gonna have a job, like a great job, and yeah, so that I don't have to live with her again.
So how did it make you feel that it never happened, that you never got to move in with your dad?
I just felt when I saw his living conditions, at first I was sad about it because I said my dad was really rich in Ghana.
Yeah.
So it's like you see this guy who was super rich in Ghana. He had his own house. He wasn't paying no rent. But my dad moved over here for us because if he didn't come with us, it would have been impossible for me and my other siblings to be here. He had to be part of the process for us to all come here together. So it's like I'm thankful to my dad for agreeing to do this, for marrying this lady and her being able to bring all of us over here. But then it's like my dad had to sacrifice his life too. As I said, he lived in a nice, lavish house with his own place. He didn't pay no rent because Ghana you don't pay no rent. You have your own house and all that. So he paid no rent. The only thing that he paid was electricity bill or a water bill. That's it. So it's like, and now he has to come over to a whole different country, pay
Yeah.
rent, pay water bill, pay gas bill, pay all these bills,
Yeah.
and it's like, so it's like it didn't I say at first it did bother me because I'm living with a lady that I don't I don't know I didn't know her that well because it was my dad that introduced us to her. So it's like I didn't know her that well until after they broke up. I'm like I don't even know this lady. Why am I living with this lady? So at first I was mad about it, but then after I saw the way he was living, I'm like I can't. It's not possible for me to move in with him. Because I said, he has all these tons of roommates in the same place. I'm like, no, I don't feel safe being in the same house with 5 different guys. And I'm a girl, and sometimes I feel like when I sleep, it's like I'm a deep sleeper, so it's like, and I'm like, imagine some like one of them decides to rape me, I might not even be conscious about it, cause so I just the thought about it, I'm like, no, I can't live in the same environment with them.
Can you elaborate more on why you would be scared to be in that situation, and why does your mind go to rape?
Cause as I said, they are guys, like, and they were all not married. The people that my dad used to live with, they were all not married. They're all like single guys. So it's like, and I feel like in this country, when guys see nice girls, they want to do something to them. And I just had that like mentality, like, is something's gonna go wrong if I live in this house. Either something's gonna happen to me or my sister. Like I just like felt it in my body, like something might go wrong if we lived. And my dad too, he knew about it. He was like, yeah, I feel like I don't think I could trust you with these guys, So yeah, I was like, nah, I don't feel comfortable either.
Is there anything that happened in the past that made you feel worried, or just a sense that you had?
No, it just like as I said, like I just felt like because there was so many guys in just that one house. Like I'm like, it would have been like what, 6 guys and then 2 girls. And I said they were all not married except like my dad. So I'm like, I knew that, and we in America, like anything crazy happens, like so it's like I'm like, no, because they do that stuff in Ghana too. Like people rape people, like people rape other people. So it's like I'm like America's not no different. Like so I just felt it in my spirit that this would have been a bad idea. Like yeah, and as I was young, I was 15, so I was like, no, I don't want to be pregnant at 15, like having a baby. I'm like, no. So no, yeah.
Is that something you think about often?
No, it was just that time. During that time, I said like during that time when I had to move in with my dad, I was like, nah, I can't do that. It made me think about it. Like if I move in with my dad, this is gonna happen. I don't know. Maybe I don't. I feel like it was a sign from God. I just felt in my spirit that it was just a bad idea if I moved in the same house with my dad and those other roommates. Because I said I don't even know them. My dad knew them from his workplace, and they all decided, like, because they all, like I said, they were all working minimum wage, so they all was like, oh yeah, we could all get an apartment and share the same apartment, then we all could pay rent because it's gonna be cheaper for everyone, like so yeah.
Okay, so at that time you then stayed with your stepmother.
Yeah, so as I said, like my goal was to stay with my stepmom until I was done with college, because I'm like, after I'm done with college, then it's like I was praying, I'm like, by the time I'm done with college, God will bless me with a great job, with a good pay, so that I'll be able to move out. You know what I'm trying to say? So that was the goal. So it's like I had a goal, like, that I'm going to suck it up and live with this lady for the next 8 years, and then, go to finish school, get a job, and move out. That was the plan, which is still the plan now. But even though, yes, it's a little bit too late now, but it's still the plan right now.
Yeah. And how did she feel about all of this?
Who, my stepmom? About
when your father moving out, having to still have you guys live in the house.
But that's what I'm saying. She kicked him out. And as I said, my dad, I don't know the arranged stuff like that. And plus, mind you, once they got married and all that, she got custody of us too. So it's to her, it was a benefit for her because she was putting us on her taxes. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like she was getting money off from us living with her. So it's like she was welcome to the idea of us living with her, because then she could benefit from us with like putting us on her taxes, that she takes care of us and all of that. So it's like my dad at that time didn't get nothing from us. Like, of course, he couldn't put us on his taxes, even though we were like my dad's real biological kids. Because my stepmom was using us, my dad couldn't use us at the same time. So it's like as I said, like, she was benefiting, so she didn't really care. As long as she was getting her money every the first month of the year or whatever tax season is, she was just okay with that, because she knew what she was gonna get benefit from it. So she didn't really care. So she was like, yeah, y'all could stay. And I said, like, she was like, yeah, you guys could stay until, like, after you're done with school, then you can move out if you want to. So she said that.
So do you think that she allowed you to stay for her own benefit?
I feel that way. As I said, I feel like if it wasn't money involved, she would have kicked out. I feel like she would have kicked us out too, because I said they broke up, they divorced, but it makes no sense that we're still with her. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, so to me, yes, I do believe that she made us stay because she was able to use us, which was like, putting us on her taxes and all of that. So yeah. But then it's like, I feel like right now if I say that to her now, she could be like, she's gonna be on the offense, like, oh hell no, I didn't do that, I love you guys. So I don't believe that. So yeah.
So on a scale from 1 to 10, like, how stressed and anxious does this situation really make you?
You mean at that time or now?
now?
Like I would say a 10 because it's like it's like from time to time I think about this, like about how my life has been crazy, because I really thought I was coming to America. Yes, I'm living the dream. Like I went to school, I went to high school for free. I went to college, which I thought like if I was in Ghana, I would have not had the opportunity to do that because Ghana, like for example, high school is not free. You gotta pay for like tuition and all of that. So like I was blessed to come here for free, like go to school for free. My college, most of it was being paid for because I got scholarships and all of that. So I felt like my education was good because I got most of it covered compared to if I was in Ghana. I would have not even like my highest education would have been like middle school because
Yeah.
my mom didn't have no money when I'm like back in Ghana. So it's like I feel so blessed that like now I'm here. I'm now doing my masters now. So it's like every time I think about like how my life would have been if I would have not
Yeah.
been in here, like I know my life would have been so different now. I would have been maybe pregnant by now. Like because I know like the living situations in Ghana right now. So
Yeah.
it's like even though yes I feel stressed and all of that, but I'm always thankful to God. At the same time, I'm also thankful to this lady because if it wasn't for her bringing us over here, my life would have not been. It would have not turned out this way. Like
Yeah.
So no matter how much I don't like her, I still gotta thank her because she's the reason why I'm able to come here. I was able to come to the United States. So it's like I still gotta thank her for that. I still gotta give her the credit for it. So yeah, so I feel like I still like I'd be mad, but I just still can't be mad at her because I'm like it's through her that I'm here, and where it's because of her that I'm living the best life. I would say the best life, but not the best, but yeah, I'm getting there. So yeah.
So you feel grateful because she gave you the opportunity.
I
To
do.
live.
That's what I'm saying. I'm grateful for her for that because, as I said, like I know, like I remember when I don't know if I told you. So I went to Ghana this past February and I
Oh.
saw my friends, and as I said, the living conditions in Ghana is just terrible. And I had this conversation with my friends, like my old friends that we all used to go to middle school together, and it's like in Ghana too they pay them monthly salary, and I asked them like how much do you guys get paid? They get paid $100 per month in Ghana. So when I heard that, I was like, wait, huh? That's how much you guys get in a month? Not even a week. Like, people make more than that in a week. I'm like, that's how you guys get paid in 30 days, like in a month. I'm like, yeah. So it's like, it's really like hard living in Ghana because you making a living for $100, which I said, yes, Ghana, you don't pay rent, but you still got to pay electricity bills. You got to pay like water bill. You got to like, put food on the table and all of that. So it's like, they are really, really struggling.
Yeah.
Whereas like and I see myself like damn, even though I'm not making that much right now, my life is a little bit better than how their life is over there. So it's like it makes me grateful because I'm like that could have been me.
Mhm.
I could have been in their shoes. So it's like it really made me be more grateful when I when I had like that interaction with my friends, and I'm like wow, that could have been my life. So it's like it made me really be thankful to her after like having like encounter with my friends. So, yeah. So yeah, I say even though I don't like her, but it's like I gotta give her the credit. It was through her that I was able to come to the States, like to the United States. So it's like I still gotta give her that credit. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, there is one thing I kind of wanted to try if you're open to it.
Okay.
It's actually called the empty chair technique, and
Okay.
essentially what it is I'm gonna sit and watch you just talk to an empty chair, and the empty chair is gonna be your stepmother. So you
Okay.
can say how you feel, things that you've just anything that you want to get off of your chest, and then after you do that, you can take the role of your stepmother and respond back to you. And I just think maybe it'll help you kind of discover a little bit more about the relationship and maybe just help you get some things off your chest. Is that something you'd be willing to try?
Yeah, I could do that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to take a seat over here and I'm going to let you talk to your stepmother.
So you want me to pretend like I'm having a conversation with her,
Yeah.
so I could say anything to her?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Like, I want to say her real name because.
Okay.
So, hi, Auntie Mary. Like, there are some things that I've had, which has been in my heart for so long. It's been more than 8 years that I felt, that I felt like I was so scared to tell you, like how I felt, especially like when you and my dad broke up. One, I don't know the reason why you guys broke up. I've asked my dad about what happened between you two. He told me like he doesn't know why you guys broke up. So I just want to know why. Like you guys broke up, especially like we were so young. I was 15 at that time, and I felt like I came to this country. I only knew you because I didn't have any other family members over here, and it's like when you guys broke up, my world kind of like split into two because then my dad was living in a different place. I was living with you, and I felt like I couldn't even really connect with you like that because in some way I didn't really know you compared to like the way my dad knew you. So it's like it made me feel like alone most of the times because I'm like I couldn't connect with my dad because you didn't allow me to talk to my dad at that time. So I just want to know what made you guys break up, and like just I just want to know why. And yeah, is there like a reason why you guys broke up? Like, can you tell me what did he do? Like, what he did? Just let me know. So, yeah.
And then do you want to respond?
So you want me to go say over
As
there,
your
right?
stepmother, yeah.
So, Gloria, to be honest, I felt like you guys were so young. That's why I couldn't tell you the reason why me and your dad broke up. But I felt that maybe me and him we wasn't connecting like that in a way that I thought we were. So we both kind of agreed to let each other go. As I said, I know you guys were young at that age, and I didn't want to let you guys know that maybe your dad did something wrong. But I understand how you feel that you thought your dad did something wrong to me. That's why he had to leave and all of that, and you guys had to witness your dad being kicked out from the house at that very young age. I'm sorry for that, but I just felt like for us to move on from each other, like we had to live in two different separate houses. So I just felt like that was the best way for me to go about with that situation. And right now, I just want to say I'm sorry. I'm sorry for you feeling that way, at such a very young age. I didn't think that it would have affected you like that till this day. So I'm really, really, really sorry about that.
Is there anything you want to say back to her? Okay.
Wow, Auntie Mary, I can't believe you actually apologized. I've never heard you say sorry to me, not once in my life, but I really appreciate you saying, sorry to me. Yeah. I get what you're trying to say to me right now, that yes, you guys had your issues and all of that, but I just felt that you would have went with a different route instead of you guys like kicking him out from the house and me not having that connection with him for so long. I understand like that time you were just thinking about yourself. You thought that that's the best way for everything, for you to move on with life and all of that. But I just felt like that had a negative impact on me and my other siblings because we couldn't see our dad, we couldn't talk to him, like we couldn't have no connection with him, and we all felt like we had no one. Even though yes, we had you, we didn't have him, so we felt like we had no one. Thank you for at least explaining to me the reason why you guys broke up, because all these years I've been thinking about what happened. I've just been thinking about what happened that you guys broke up, because you guys were so in love with each other back in Ghana, and then we moved over here, and then boom, a year later you guys started breaking up. So thank you for opening up to me about that, and yeah.
Is there anything else you want to say?
Right now, I just hate that our relationship is so weird now in the house. Like, it's like we don't talk. Like, we don't have no relationship. It's like I feel like if I don't reach out to you, you don't reach out to me, and it's just weird. And I feel like you think that you the elder, so I have to, yeah, I respect you and all of that, but I just feel like you think that, oh, because you're the elder, like, I have to be the one to always reach out first, which I feel like it could go both ways. I feel like you can, at least when you see me, say, like, oh, good morning, Gloria, just say something to me, but I feel like you always expect me to be the one to say, like, good morning, Auntie Mary, and then you respond back to me. So I just wish that would change, like, for us to interact more in the house, instead of just you always counting on me to be the one to make the first move. So, yeah.
Anything else?
I feel like that would be it for now.
So Gloria, how did that make you feel?
Great. I wish, like, even though, yeah, I had to pretend to be her, I wish that was actually her. I just wish, like, she can actually, like, open up to me like the way I pretended to be her, like the way she opened up to me. I wish it was that easy. I wish she could actually tell me, like, the main reason. Like, even though, yes, I pretend to be her, I just hope, like, that was the real reason why they broke up. Because I say, like, till this day, I still don't know the real reason why they broke up. But it did make me feel great and, like, relieved that, wow, like, she apologized. I wish she could apologize in real life, like, but in that scenario, she actually apologized to me, and as I said, like, I've never heard her say sorry to me, not even once in my whole 10 years of being here. So it's like,
Have you ever said anything that you just said during the empty chair that in real life?
to her, I just, like, at first, like, for example, like, at first, I used to, when I see her, I would say good morning and ask her how she's doing and all of that, but I just, like, I stopped doing it because I felt like if I don't initiate that, she doesn't say anything to me. So it's like, to me, I used to be like, why am I always be the one to, reach out first? You see me, you don't say nothing to me unless I have to be like the one to say, like, oh, hi, good morning, Auntie Mary. You're not going to say nothing to me? So it's like, after I saw that behavior, I'm like, you know what, I'm going to stop. So that part was real. Like, I just wish she could, say when she see me in the morning or in the afternoon or throughout the day, just say something to me. Don't just assume that, oh, she's going to say something. Like, I'm a human too. Say something to me too. Yeah.
But have you ever said that to her?
No, because I'm scared of her. Like, I'm scared because I was like, I kind of know what she's going to say, but I don't want to hear it. It's like, I feel like I don't want to hear it because I know she's going to say this. I feel like I don't want to hear her. And I'm scared of, like, the answer. Yeah.
So you're scared.
I am.
Have you ever asked her what happened with your dad?
I said that I did, but I would say, like, I asked her again after high school. I asked her about it because I said, like, when I was 14, 15, I couldn't ask her about it because I was just scared that she was going to send me back to Ghana. But once I got to high school, I remember, like, I think my junior year or something like that, I brought it up to her because during that time, we was, like, on good terms. I'm like, so what happened? But then she brushed it off. Like, she really didn't tell me. I said, like, every time we talk about it, she would just switch the subject. So it's like, I'm like, is my dad telling me the truth, or why is she not saying anything to me?
Yeah.
So it's like, I still don't know.
That's what I meant. So you haven't asked since high school? So
Yeah, since that.
As a 24-year-old woman, you have never asked?
No, I said, because I feel like every time I ask her, she always brush it off. Like, she will switch the subject to something else. So it's like, I'm like, what's the point of me asking further? Like, it's going to be the same every time. So, yeah.
Well, did you discover anything else from that exercise we just did?
I feel like, it made me feel good. And I just wish, like, me pretending to be her, that was, like, the real Mary. Like, that was having that conversation. I wish the real Mary would have been patient and, like, talking to me, like, the way she was patient talking to me. I wish that was her in real life, because in real life, that's not how she is. She's not patient. So, yeah.
Can I ask you, what are you scared of?
I just said, like, I don't know why I'm scared of her, but I just feel like, because now she doesn't have no ownership on me. Like, now I'm a grown-ass woman, I'm 24.
Mm-hmm.
But I just feel like sometimes I used to be like, as I said, like, when I was a kid, I used to be so scared that she was going to send me back to Ghana, that I feel like I had that mentality for so long that even though I'd be thinking, like, oh my God, she could send me back to Ghana. But then I'm like, no, Gloria, you're 24, you're a citizen now. She can't scare you with that no more. Like
Mhm.
so I just don't know. I feel like it has just developed because I've had that in me since I was young. Like just that
Yeah.
scary feeling.
Yeah.
So it's like I don't know why I'm still scared of her. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you think you'll ever have that conversation with her?
About me being scared of her?
Everything you just said.
I want to. I want to. I'm open to that. Like, I'm open to the idea because I really want us to sit down. I said like our first therapy session was just horrible. I want us to sit down and talk because I really want her to like listen to my feelings, like how I've been feeling these past years. Because I feel like she has no idea. She just feel like she just think that I'm okay,
Yeah.
which I'm not. Like so, I just wish like we could have a a chance to like actually sit down and talk and let her know how she hurt me in those years. Like especially being disconnected from my dad, not being able to have anyone with alongside me. It's just like except my sister and my brother. Like that was it. I felt like I had no friends. I had no dad. Especially when I don't know if like I told you like in the past session too. Like me and my real mom's relationship also got estranged.
Yeah.
Sometimes because like she was just telling my mom like some horrible stuff about us. So it's like through her, there's been so many damage that has happened to me. But I just want to let her know because I feel like sometimes she's not aware of it, and I feel like I want her to be like, you are the reason why this happened to me.
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah.
Well, do you plan on continuing counseling with her?
I just feel like since I tried the first time and it didn't work out. I don't know. I don't know, like I just like I wanna keep trying, but at the same time, like, what's the point?
Yeah.
Like, what's the point? Like, I don't know. Like, I wanna try, because as I said, like, my faith is very, very important to me. Like, I don't wanna leave this earth and have, like, a grudge against her. Like,
Yeah.
I wanna be at peace with everyone before I leave this earth. But then it's like I'm like, why are you wasting your time doing this whole thing with her? Because she's never gonna change. But I want to be hopeful that she's gonna change. But then it's like every time I become hopeful, she just like crash it down. Like she makes me be like, oh, why you fell for it? Like so it's like I don't know.
In a perfect world,
Mm-hmm.
and you did not have this problem with her, like what would your life look like, you think?
I would say like our family would have still been together, and I think that we would have all been living happily ever after, like those fairy tales. Then I feel like our life would have been like that. I think I wouldn't have been so scared like I am scared of her, like the way I am right now. I just feel like everything would have been so calm. Because as I said, we live in an apartment now, and I remember one time my dad told me, he was like, yo, if me and your mom were still all together, we would have gotten a house by now. And I'm like, because we're paying all this money for rent, where if we would have had our own house, like, mind you, like, if you get your own house, like, you're paying towards, like, for you
Yeah.
owning the house instead of, like, an apartment, you just paying the rent. You don't own it at the end of the day, like, So my dad was, like, I remember my dad brought that up to us, and it's like, I'm like, yo, you are right. You've been living in this apartment for 7 years now. That could have been going towards a house, like, and it's like, now I'm thinking, I'm like, now, if, like, something happens to you or you lose your job, we don't have no house. We're gonna get kicked out from this apartment and all that. Whereas like if we had our own house, at least if you get kicked, if you if you lose a job or something like that, you at least you have a home to stay in and all of that. So it's like it made me think about it. I'm like, wow, like we could have had our own house by now and all of that. So it's like, and I feel like I just wanted to see like us living like harmony and the unity, like. Because, like, as I said, like, now my brother, he lives in Buffalo. My dad, yeah, he lives in Yonkers, but he lives in a different side of Yonkers. I don't get to see him every day. I see him, like, maybe once in a month or once in 2 weeks, like, every other 2 weeks. So it's like I don't see him often.
Yeah.
And I feel like if this would have never happened, we would have all been living in the same house. Because of this problem, that's why I made my brother decide to move out of New York. Because he was like, I'm like, I don't want to stay here.
Get away from your stepmom.
Yeah, basically, he was like, I can't with this drama. So he just, after he was done with school, he was like, I'm out. He left. So it's like, and I remember like when I was done with school too, that was my thought too. I was like, you know what, shoot, I'm also about to be out. Like, cause my brother was so bold and brave to just do that. I was like, you know what, I could do this too. But it just wasn't working out.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what, maybe my time is not up yet. So let me just come back home. So I just feel like if all of this would have never happened, I just see us living like, peacefully. Like, they're getting along so well. Like, I just feel like maybe my family would have been so different now. Like,
Yeah.
everything. Like, I would have never been having these feelings. Like, being disconnected from my dad and all of that. So yeah.
And how are things with your dad now?
That's what it's good. It's really good now because I just like, yeah, we got disconnected like for 4 years, but it's good now. Like, it's like now, because now he's getting old. He's like 63 now, so it's like I try to like, because I'm like he's getting old. He needs us, like, so I try to like reach out to him. One thing I like about my dad, he actually like he's always the one always reaching out to me. Like,
Yeah.
I like always calling me, asking me. He would just call me like, oh, how are you? How are you doing? Like, how's school? How's life? Like, so it's like that. Whenever I get that reaction from my dad, it makes me feel like, damn, why is my stepmom not even doing this for me? And I live with you. I don't
Yeah.
even live with my dad. Like,
Yeah.
and he's always like every time my dad will call me, he would never call me for money. He always calls me just to see how I'm doing. Like, how is work? How is school? Like, how's life? How are you? Like, how is the living situation with her? Like, he asked me about that and all of that. So it's like, my dad is actually like a caring person. Like, it makes me like feel like be happy that I still have him here on this earth. Like, I'm so thankful to God because I'm like, he's so amazing. Like, he cares about me and my other siblings like dearly. Like, so I just, yeah, everything's good now. Great.
So despite everything, you're still happy because you have your dad in your life.
Yeah, like I feel like I was like now it makes me feel like damn I missed those years because now that I'm getting to see how caring my dad is. I'm like damn, imagine I could have had that
Yeah.
at that time, and as I said at that time, so I felt very very like alone because I'm like I don't have my dad, even though I have this lady, I just couldn't connect with her because I'm like I didn't know you that well, so it's like. I just refer to myself that I was alone in this world, like, and I only had me and my sister and my brother. That was it. So, yeah.
You have a plan, it sounds like, and hopefully you will be able to fix this relationship, and if you're not able to fix it, you'll be able to move on. Do you think you'll be able to move on without fixing it?
See, that's the thing about me. I feel like I want to fix it. So I feel like I'm going to fix it. Because I say, like, I really don't want, because of this, to be the reason why I don't go to heaven. Because I would be so mad. So it's like, I feel like I'm going to fix it. But I just feel like I just always pray to God to give me the strength to, forgive her and just to, like, let it go. Because I feel like I don't want to hold it against her. Like, I always, every time that she does something bad to me, I always want to let it go. So, yeah.
Was there anything else that you wanted to talk about before we wrapped up? I know you said you were feeling some stress with school and work. I know we kind of touched on school last time.
Mhm.
Any new developments in work or school?
Well, working in school is the same as I told you, stressful. It's just, I'm still taking it like one step at a time, especially with everything going on at home. So it's like,
It's a lot.
it's a lot, yeah. Well, I'm managing, like, I'm taking care of, like, because I need to take care of myself, like, of course. So it's like I try to always put myself first. So sometimes I feel like at work, if I feel like it's too much for me, I just call off from work. Because I'm like, I can't. Especially if I'm having a rough day at home, and I feel like it's going to have a negative, like, impact when I come to work, because I'm going to then lash out on everyone, I will just call off from work. I'm like, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah.
So then it's like, because I'm like, I don't want to put my job in jeopardy, because, like, I'm lashing out on people and when they don't deserve that. So it's like, like every time I feel like it's just bad, I just don't go to work. I just call out.
Okay.
Yeah. Same as school. Like when I go to school, if I know it's because I said like, whenever I feel so angry, I don't want to put those frustrations on other people. Like because I feel like they don't deserve that. So it's like I'm like no. So I'd rather like not go to work or go to school. Like I don't care. I'm not doing that.
What about work is stressing you out?
Work like so recently, like my job as I don't know if I told you this, but I'm an admissions counselor.
Yeah.
So recently, I just like they handed me a new territory, which is like working with nursing students, and nursing is very like popular in every college. Like everyone
Yeah.
wants to get into the nursing program. So with that, so it's like I got handed over these new people that I had to reach out to, which was like a tons of people, which was like over 300 students, and to me, I said like I was the point of contact. So it's like everyone was calling me, saying like, hey, like, what are the next steps? Da 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 da. So it's like I just felt so like I don't know how to say this. It's just like it was just too much for me because it's like the students are calling me, the parents are calling me. It's like I'm like, oh my gosh, can I get a break? Like it's like my phone was off the hook. Like it was just ringing every freaking minute. Like I'm like, oh my goodness. And when I took on the role, I didn't know it was gonna be that much stress. Like I thought like, oh, it's nursing, but I didn't know it was gonna be that big of a deal. Like with so many students like wanting to be in that program. So it was just like a lot for me, and I did not see that coming at all. So I remember like one time I just had to call out from work because I was like I need a day for myself because it was driving me insane. Like I said, like when I'm at work, everyone is calling me, everyone is emailing me, wanting to know like, hey, did I get into the program? And it's like I've told them like I'm like, hey, we have to get reviewed. Then it's like no one wants to wait. Everyone wants to know like what's going on. Like did I get into the program or not? So it's like I'm like it was too much. It's just been a lot. I was like I'm going to school too, so it was just a lot. That I was like that day I was like I'm just calling out from work. I called out from work just to not think about work or school. So I just like decided to do something that's gonna make me happy, which was like watching movies and going to shop, like going to the shopping malls and just like listening to music and all of that, just to make that day was just a relaxing day. So 'cause I felt like it was just a lot going on throughout the week that I felt like I needed that break. Yeah.
So you feel overwhelmed because of this new territory and new responsibility.
Yeah.
And how have you been managing since you called out and had that time off?
So at work, like for example, whenever I feel very, very overwhelmed, I'll just go take a walk. I'll just tell my boss, I'm like, hey, like this is too much for me. I'm gonna step out for like 15 minutes just to go out and clear my head. So my boss has been so nice. People were like, okay, yeah, sure, go do it. Like I don't want you like this job to kill you. So it's like my boss has really been supportive. Like he was like, yeah, go take that break. So he's really been understanding whenever I tell him like maybe I need to just step off for a sec. So yeah, that's what I've been doing. Just step out and just usually I walk around campus, listening to music because I feel like that calms me down.
Yeah.
And then just get some fresh air and just come back inside and deal with it. So that's what I've been doing.
So how's that been working for you?
So it's been good because I feel like I just need to be out and just breathe for a second without just looking on my computer. So yeah.
Gotcha. Well, that's good. And school? Any new developments with school?
No, our school's been the same as always. I'm just as I said, like I'm still pushing. I'm not about to quit. So it's like I'm like I gotta whatever it takes for me to finish this degree, I'm gonna do it. So that's what I've been doing. Yeah.
Well, Gloria, I just want to let you know, as we've spoken about these last couple weeks, this is going to be our last session. And I want to commend you for all the progress that I think you've made. I think you've opened up a lot about your stepmother, and having that conversation that you had with her today, I think was great. I'm really, proud of all the progress that you have made so far. Before we end on our last session, is there anything else that you want to say? Anything you want to get off your chest?
Nah, I feel like you've really been helpful. This, listening to me and I appreciate that. Thank you for always making the time for me to come talk to you. I really, really from the bottom of my heart, I really appreciate it. So that's I've had all these emotions going in my mind, and it's like I've never been able to express it to other people because I don't want people to feel like, oh my gosh, not this again, So it's like I just feel thankful that at least you didn't complain, you just listened to me. So thank you for that.
You're very welcome. And moving forward, do you feel like you're prepared for these sessions to end and for you to, use some of these strategies in your real life?
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I am.
Anything else you want to say before we part ways?
No, I just said just a big thank you for for always taking the time out to come see just give me the time to come see you. So I just appreciate that.
You're very welcome.
Yeah.
All right, Gloria. Well, I definitely want to be following up with you in about a month or so just to check on you and see how you're doing.
Okay.
But like I said, I think
appreciate
you've
it.
made a lot of progress, and I'm really excited about all the progress that you have made this far.
Thank you. All right.